lack of having a dad,
Mhm.
did it create a program for you to not have a view of a man? You believe that that is a contributing factor because when I asked the question, your view on a man was very difficult to come up with one word. When I asked your view on a woman, you had many words.
Mhm.
So you said I don't have a program concerning my dad because I had another man. But
So when you said what is my view on men, I think that I was trying to think of something towards my dad, like not thinking just men in general. I think I was just thinking like, who do I think like a father should be, not like a man in general. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's specifically towards men more than just like a father. What I think about a father figure.
whatever your first thought was, your dad, right? That's the first person that came to your mind. I didn't say anything about your father.
Mhm.
I said a man. So
Mhm.
you looked to your father to define that.
Mhm.
And so since you looked to your father to define that, that is what you gave me. That is what you identified as a man.
Mhm.
I didn't say anything about your father. How does that relationship make you feel? I said, what is a man? What is a well, actually, what is a man, or what are the attributes, or what do you think about men? What do you think about men? So I said, you
Mhm.
chose your father to give me the definition,
Mhm.
which is perfectly what I know you do. So the absence of your father is what has given you your definition of a man. It's not you're not no it's not unique. That's normal. That's a normal thing. You thought it was something unique.
But I also feel like my granddad gave me a definition of a man because when I think of like what I want in someone who I'm gonna date, I want someone who's gonna spoil me and do everything for me like my granddad did.
Hmm.
But
So that
only
was your second grab.
right. We were just talking about my dad. So that's why I think that I thought my dad. Maybe that's not why I just did automatically, but
Because I didn't say anything about the transition. You did the transition in your own self. After you passed your dad, you went to your granddad. Went through your own personal chain. And I didn't identify it as your chain. So when anybody, when they have a lack of a parental guardian parent, it's going to create something for them. And for you, it created the definition of they should provide. Do you believe your father should have provided for you growing up?
mhm.
Do you wish that he would have provided?
This is like unrelated to my dad right now.
What do you mean it's unrelated to you, Dad? What are you going through? Do you wish your dad would have provided?
Trying to track back to because I'm thinking. I feel like every time I think about granddad, I always like feel so bad because I feel like I didn't appreciate him, and I always just act like a brat. Like I would get in the car and just complain about like how I wanted you guys or mostly you to do stuff for me, and I never just like until he almost like until he was passing, just was like thank you granddad for doing everything, but I never like appreciated it when I was younger. I always just wanted something different. So like not even when we're talking about it, I feel bad that I thought about him second.
Hmm. natural for you to do that. It's natural. And the reason you feel bad, why do you feel bad? You stated that because you weren't appreciative. Mhm. What didn't you appreciate?
How much you did for me.
Why did he do so much for you? Why do you believe he did so much for you?
Mm,
Why do you believe he had to do so much for you? Why did you need to rely on your granddad?
I couldn't allow anybody else.
Who were the people you wanted to rely on that you couldn't rely on?
Mostly you. Cause I think I never really thought anything about my dad being there. Cause I was just like used to it. But I felt like I would always ask you. Like I would come to you and be like, could we do this or could we do that? And it was always, ask granddad. No, ask granddad. And granddad always had to take me to do whatever.
Why didn't you expect anything of your dad?
So I didn't know to. Like it just, I didn't think, I don't know, I just didn't. Never thought anything about it or him.
His absence, what did it do to your family? To you in specific?
Mm. I don't think I ever really gave it any thought until I was really in high school. Like him not being there, I don't think I ever really thought much about it. That I can remember until I got older in high school. Cause I don't think I ever thought like of a dad being there. I never thought about dad being there until my friend. So I had friends whose dad was really active, and then they would talk about their dads. Cause I think in my mind I didn't see it as mom and dad should be there. I always just saw it as just mom and then grandpa.
So, why wasn't your mom there for you?
She was working all day, every day.
Yeah. What did you want from her?
Attention, time.
And when she couldn't give it to you, what did she do?
Put her on granddad.
And how did that make you feel?
Unimportant.
And when you were with granddad, how did it make you feel? How did granddad make you feel?
Um,
Did that make you feel important or loved? How did it feel?
I didn't feel any. I didn't enjoy it because I was just like, it's kind of just like when people say you get in love, but not from the people you want to get it from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when you
crying saying that you're sad because you didn't tell Granddad thank you. Do you understand why you wasn't able to tell Granddad thank you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I was a brat.
That's not being a brat. What was going on? You were. Could you could you even know his role in your life at that age? Did you have even known?
Mm-mm.
That's not being a brat. That's not being a brat. Let me say this to you. Let me ask you a question. Did you have the best granddad ever?
Mm-hmm.
He knew all of that. He would say, I'm the first to eight. So he would say, I'm the first to eight. He knew you loved him. Very much. As for your understanding about when you were crying because you didn't go back to Granddad and choose him first, when you were doing your analysis of men, but you couldn't go back to Granddad to choose him first. Because you had to go back to your dad to even understand why Granddad existed so strongly in your life. And if you were reaching for attention from your mom who could not give you attention, and you were given to Granddad from your perception, given to Granddad, you could not have enjoyed Granddad fully if you were reaching for something else. But your Granddad was wise. Very wise. And he knew you loved him. And he knew you appreciated him. And he would be there today if you called him. And he would understand why you reached back for Chris first. It's the beginning of your program. Could your mom give you what you were looking for? Was she in the position to give you what you were looking for? And whatever your answer is, it's the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. If she had just did what? She could have given you what you needed if she had just did what?
Little things. Alright. Just been there.